Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Trix, and in today's video I wanted to do a reading vlog because I am always watching them and I want to do my own. So let's go, let's doing that. I want to talk about not having reading goals. I don't compare myself to others, and I don't like the idea of setting goals of how many books you want to read in a year or in a month or even in a day. I don't like to set reading goals, and I don't find it impressive of other people on YouTube or otherwise or on other places. I don't find it very impressive when they talk about how many books they read in a month or in a week or in a day or readathons. I don't like them. I don't find them impressive because I don't set goals for how much I will read in a year. I don't like it. I'm not a fan, and I will tell you why. I will tell you why. Um, I like to engage with a book, no matter of how long it takes. Maybe the average person read a book in a few days, but I'm sometimes read a book for several months or weeks at least. Uh, because the first reason is because I read many books at the same time. So I can't finish a book in just a few days because I read many books at the same time. But the other reason is that I like to engage with the book, to annotate the book, to illustrate, do doodles in a book, and reflect upon the story if it's non-fiction, fiction, or the information if it's non-fiction. I want to reflect on the content, no matter if it's non-fiction or fiction, or regardless of genre. I want to have a relationship with the book, and I can't have that if it is if I'm supposed to read very fast or if I'm supposed to finish the book in a few days. I can't have a relationship in a few days. I just find it stressful to measure my reading, so I don't do that. The thing I do is that I keep commonplace books in my remarkable paper tablet. I keep commonplace books and I write about what I'm reading, so I keep track on information, and e- even if it is a novel, even if it's fiction, I keep notes of my reading. This vlog is not a readathon. It's just me reading and reflecting, and it's no competition. Right now I'm reading let's see, in my Kobo e-reader, The Invisible Girl by Tori Hayden. I have read a lot about as well, but I have read a lot from Tori Hayden. I have read nearly all of her books except for the fiction books. I have read all of the memoirs or the psychological non-fiction books. Um, and this is one of her later books, The Invisible Girl. She has written for a long time because I remember reading one of her earlier books when I was about 12 or 13, maybe a little bit too young to read about those intense psychological kind of books, but nonetheless, I read it, and yeah, she is very established in the writing community in as an author. So, The Invisible Girl um, is about Eloise, who is placed in the foster care system. And I won't give any spoilers because I haven't read the entire book yet. Uh, but she runs away and finds Tori because she has um, heard from her social worker that Tori could help her, or that Tori writes books about other children. And because this is one of her um, later books, she is already an established writer in this book. Uh, and So Eloise heard that Tori helps other children and has written about it, so she wants to find her. So she runs away from her foster parents to find Tori, and she finds her, and Tori tries to work with her. And I want to talk a little bit about queer love because this is the first time, to my knowledge, that Tori Hayden have written about a girl who likes other girls. Because she reminds me actually a little bit about my own young um, teenage self. Uh, Eloise is, I think, about 13 or something in her teenage years, young teenage years in this book, and she has been through horrific stuff. And in her first um, home, her first uh, foster parents, they had a daughter, and Eloise fell in love with this daughter because she got confused when this daughter uh, started to comfort her about her first period, and Eloise interpreted that as love, and she fell in love with his daughter and become jealous uh, when she had a boyfriend, and um, yeah, she wants to be with this daughter, so she became destructive when the foster parents' daughter wasn't interested in her. Um, so they placed her in another foster home, and now she runs away and wants to be with this girl. And while my situation wasn't that um, extreme, and I didn't become destructive because of my queer love, I had a very strong. I think my first love on it was on a girl is the strongest love and romantic feelings I have ever had. To the point that I was not safe for myself because I wanted to end my life, just as Eloise, because I couldn't be with a girl because she wasn't interested. So I could relate a lot to her experiences, even though I wasn't that destructive. I had a crush on my best friend, or a romantic. It wasn't just a crush. It was I was in love with my best friend, and she wasn't interested. But she did lead me on because she said, maybe I will give you a kiss sometime, or something. It was, I don't know, she could just have said, no, sorry, I'm not interested. It would have been far less that I don't want to say that I was damaged, but it would have been nicer to just say, sorry, I'm not into you. I'm not interested. I'm not into girls. Or if she didn't know, I'm not interested in you. Person it I you can be personal. I mean, if you're not interested in a person, that is personal, and that is okay to be not interested in the person. So I would have respected that. And for this little girl in this, I keep pointing here. It's I have my ear reader here. Uh, Here is also yeah, the book. Anyway, uh, I feel for Eloise in this book. I really do. I think she is wrong, because the other girl is not interested, and it would be inappropriate to have a relationship with the foster parent's daughter anyway. But the fact that she isn't interested, or possibly not queer, she should respect that. But I feel for her. I can't help but feel for her in this book. I'm just 4 chapters in, but I'm already feeling for this girl. I always keep this stress ball with me, because it's from. I have got it myself, but I have been advised to use this as a tool in trauma informed therapy, so I always keep it. Now I decided to read a little bit of my university courses, the readings and books we get in my courses at university. So I'm going to study a little bit as well, because that's important. And yeah. Det kanske var det. Vad är hon inne på nu? Kamera. Oj, oj. Here I'm reading Witch in Darkness by Kelly and Maddox, and let's see what I thought about it next. I just want to reflect on author voice and how we hear the voice through our reading. And I was thinking about Witch in Darkness by Kellyanne Maddox, and she has a very gentle and humble voice, but at the same time very informative and very comforting. And she is really humble throughout the entire introduction I read, and I really like her style of writing. It's validating of different experiences, and she also talks about her own experiences. She lost her brother, and I'm so sorry for her loss. I felt with her, even though I can't imagine, because I haven't had that experience with a sibling. At least I have friends, close friends, that has passed away, and relatives, but close relatives as well. But so I can relate a little bit, but not entirely. But she comes across as very comforting when she talks about the difficult things in life, and I'm looking forward to. I'm intrigued, and I'm looking forward to read the rest of the book and do the exercises and journaling questions and read about how we can deal with these difficult things and dark things, the dark times, in a witchcrafty way. And I have got a good impression so far. Next, I decided to do some course reading again for university. I'm studying philosophy and the philosophy of religion, so it's very much about religious practices and spirituality and metaphysics. The focus of my degree is in metaphysics, and so yeah, that was what I did. Also, I want to tell you about that I have my own published books, and I will put links in the description and here on the screen somewhere, and you can find them here. And yeah, if you want to check them out, some of them are free, some of them are free to read online, some of them you can support me. Here is my author site where you can read my drafts, for example, and even some of the finished stories. Now I'm going to read this book, Alive with Spirits, and it's totally new. I have recently got it, and it's all about how everything has a soul and everything has a spirit. And I also took some notes of things I read in my commonplace books here, as you can see. And it was very interesting. I liked it a lot. So reading this book, it has quite mixed reviews, but mostly positive. I have talked about it before. Some people say it's kind of basic, but I have learned new stuff going into this book, and also some people have said it's body shaming or fat shaming. Well, maybe it is, but I don't, even though I am a fat woman or overweight or whatever you want to call it, I haven't been hurt by anything in this book because my weight, I have gained weight because of my trauma and because of my complex PTSD, because I've got like binge eating disorder, but also I have starved myself as well because of my trauma. So I kind of agree with the book that gaining weight can be a trauma response, and I don't necessarily see it as body shaming. But yeah, I have talked about this book before, and I have these tabs or like bookmarks. This orange one, see PTSD info. This dark, like red, wine red, or like brown red, I don't know, reflections, dark green, good ideas, and blue gray, something other. And I have tabbed this book quite a lot, even though I'm just in the beginning of this book. So that means I have had a lot to say with all of these tabs already, or I have a lot to take in, a lot to say. Yeah, a lot to say as well, but a lot to take in. Because this is a workbook, so you can write in it, because it has like sections to write in it. I will obviously not show what I have written because I have like written a little bit in the things I have done or how far I have come, and I also like under this I can show you actually. I have written a lot in this, like this. I have written here in the corner, and yeah, circle things, and yeah, written things in this. It says in practice, and then you can in practice, and then you can write, and it also has chapter takeaways, and then you can write. So I have I'm reading this slowly because it is a CPTSD workbook, so it's not meant to be read like a novel or like fiction. It's meant to be read more deeply. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I have done that now and learned a lot. And I wouldn't say this book is that basic because I thought I had a basic understanding of PTSD and even CPTSD, but I have learned things that I didn't know. I'm not an expert or something, but I'm not an expert, but I'm not a complete beginner either. But yeah, so I have learned a lot. I like this book. About my e-reader. So this is the Kobo Libra color. So it's e-ink technology, but it's an e-reader in color. So you can see it's in color. And I'm not a Kindle fan. I have a Kindle because I didn't researched other options, but Kindle didn't last long. I don't like Kindle. I don't like how the e-reader is, the interface or things. I don't like Amazon that much either. But I discovered Kobo when I was looking for e-readers, and I have another Kobo e-reader that is a little bit older, and now I have this newer second Kobo e-reader. I really like Kobo. I also have the stylus pen attached here. It's the Kobo 2 stylus second generation, or what you call it. And I have it here on the back. I have just bought this thing you can attach to the back, and then I have this cover case cover case case cover case this case on the e-reader. I have the white one because I think it was pretty and it goes good. It goes good. It goes well together with the green case. Apart from the Kobo store, I find my books on ebooks.com, on Smashwords and other indie sites because I like to support indie authors. I also get books from Adlibris, which is popular in Sweden and on other places as well. But yeah, this was the end of my vlog. I hope you liked it and I had fun making it. So thank you for watching and I see you in my next video. Bye!